Dear members of the UBC community, chers membres de la communauté UBC, next week, March 1 to March 5, is SDG Week at UBC. SDG stands for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals were adopted by world leaders in 2015 at a historic UN summit and came into effect on January 1, 2016. The goals call for action by all countries, poor, rich, and middle income, to promote prosperity while protecting the planet. They recognize that ending poverty must go hand in hand with strategies that build economic growth and address a range of social needs, including education, health, social protection, and job opportunities, while tackling climate change and environmental protection. But it's not just countries that need to address the goals. It's all of us, especially universities. Organized by the UBC Sustainability Ambassadors, SDG Week seeks to increase awareness and engagement with goals from diverse perspectives. From science and technology to public health, business, and politics, they'll be discussing challenges and solutions to turn talk into action. There's all sorts of activities, including a hackathon, a networking event, and a panel on sustainable consumerism. You can find out more from sustain.ubc.ca/events. As usual, in my weekly update, I like to give a shout out to some of UBC's Unsung Heroes. This week's Unsung Heroes are the members of the Faculty of Dentistry's Geriatric Dentistry Program. Shun Hao-to, Mina Bahush, and Josefina Kuncharova. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, they have donated over 110 boxes of toothpaste to local long-term care facilities. They've also placed a priority on educating the public about strategies to maintain optimal oral health during the pandemic, especially among vulnerable populations. Shunhao, Mina, Josefina, UBC is very proud of you. A few months ago, my Unsung Hero shout-out was to the students and recent graduates in the Film Studies program who volunteer at Cosmic Medical, a not-for-profit organization. Cosmic Medical is working to provide personal protective equipment around the world through open-source design. Today, I'm pleased to show you a sneak peek from a documentary about the group. The documentary was produced by film studies student Gabriel Galland, who is in talks with Canadian broadcasters about distribution. I hope it inspires you as much as it did for me. Stay safe. Prenez soin de vous.
I've never told anybody this, but I had to fight a lot of negative sentiment because they did not believe that a surgeon, a urologist, should be undertaking this type of venture.
I got a text message and then a phone call from Dr. Chris Guan explaining that VGH was potentially going to run out of ventilators if the first wave was out of control. So I said, how can I help? How can I get involved? How can I bring my medical and engineering knowledge to bear? How can we work together to mobilize this collective to respond to this emergency?
There's this Facebook group online, and they were looking for anyone who felt like they could contribute in some way to help develop ventilators for an anticipated shortage.
And I commented on it. I messaged him personally.
And then he said that a Cosmic group had been started.
And the rest is history.
We are an open source community started originally in Vancouver, BC, which is dedicated to developing medical supplies first and foremost for COVID-19, and then ultimately in the long term to provide abundant medical equipment for the world.
So we built stuff from the ground up. We tested it, we validated it, we did it in a very scientific way, and we showed that it could be done, it should be done, and that we had the first solution available. And after that, there was no argument.